A group of parents in Los Angeles are keeping their children home on June 2nd to protest their kids' elementary school holding a mandatory Pride Day for students.
Back with us, Joe Pinion, and joining the discussion, Project 21 member, publicist, and political activist Whitley Yates. Whitley, what are your thoughts here?
I think it's ridiculous that the Los Angeles Unified School District is not attempting to teach kids, but groom and indoctrinate them to believe in this new culture. I think there are a lot of things that schools could be focused on right now, like catching our children up, specifically elementary school children, after having them shut down and shut out of schools for so long, and they choose to do things like this. It's disappointing, and I'm glad that parents are stepping up.
And Joe, the concerned parents released a statement saying, "Our children are innocent. We as parents have the right to introduce these topics at our discretion." Again, it seems like the parents aren't upset that they're celebrating Pride, but that they don't want their kids, who may be too young and again innocent and impressionable, to be exposed to something before the parents have decided it's time.
Well, look, I remember when I wanted to see my cousin Vinny. And that was a contentious moment in the household because my mother, my father didn't necessarily think it was age appropriate. We've now jumped the shark here where we don't have a bunch of Republicans banging on the table saying that trans people shouldn't exist. We do have a bunch of parents saying that I don't want sexually sensitive materials being introduced to my child at an age earlier than I deem acceptable. And so I think that becomes the crux of this issue, the lack of trust, families thinking that their faith, that their existence has been disrespected by their neighbors. You see that with the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. They have a constitutional right to do it. But perhaps the people of Los Angeles think that the Dodgers would have the decency not to have their faith disrespected and honored at the old Dodger Stadium. So all of these things are just another continual kind of blight here on the American spirit here, because people have the right to live on their own terms, but they certainly, I think, also have the right to think that we're not going to have the government step in and have their judgment supersede that of parents.
So you wanted to see my cousin Vinny when you were a youth?
The two youths.
Two youths.
The two youths.
It was a really good movie.
It is a good movie.
It is a good movie.
As we heard earlier, Target stores came under fire for selling gay and transgender-themed clothing to children. In response, Target released a statement taking no blame, essentially blaming those who complained. We've experienced threats impacting our team members' sense of safety and well-being. We are removing items that have been at the center of the most significant confrontational behavior. Whitley, I don't know, everything's political now.
Yeah, everything is political, but Target was definitely, I believe, in the wrong for this. Once again, it's targeted towards children. If adults want to have, these types of clothes and things like that, that makes sense. But it's targeted towards the most innocent populations who may or may not even be able to decipher what is happening in the moment. And so I think it's incumbent upon these corporations to understand that the people that are upset with them, the people who are telling them that they're wrong, are really just concerned parents and people who are looking out for children.
Look, I mean, I think we have to say unequivocally that people going into Target and knocking over racks, that can't be accepted. If we're going to sit here and demand justice under the law for people that burn down police stations, certainly we have to demand accountability for people that are going into Targets and having contact with people. But ultimately, at the end of the day, to her point, this is about parents feeling as if their children have been taken out of their own control.
All right, Joe Pinion, Whitley Yates, thank you so much.